was so packed that I think police showed up in the parking lot to see what was going on. Yeah,
I didn't even hear about that.
I don't. I know that somebody else took care of it, so I didn't get a chance to see why they were stopping by. But I was out in the front of the facility, and a couple of cars would stop, kind of pull over and say, "What's going on?" And so we would tell them.
Merry Christmas! Merry. Well, if it's not the Grinch. Naughty list. Merry Christmas!
And this is
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!
Of the community, because that's what Longmont Helping Hands is about. And so they like got in the parking lot, took their kids out, and had this spontaneous visit to receive the joy and the gifts.
November, we gave out like 100 turkeys through Longmont Helping Hands. December, 500 gifts. And I think maybe that's why we're all a little haggard right now is because it's been a really busy 30 days.
Yeah.
And I will say that a week ago Saturday when we did that outreach, I went to bed Saturday night really tired, but kind of amazed. Like that was a lot of people. That was a lot of people a lot of smiling kids in a couple of days here when they open up presents under their tree that were given to them by the community through Longmont Helping Hands and in our building. So
another God thing has been the tech team and the
oh,
worship
yeah.
team working together. There were elements with that Reve had. I mean, they are amazingly technologically advanced. And we're just learning that. And what we provided is some more people to add to that. And our tech team is so excited uh, to be learning together. And what I'm also looking to the future, and I feel like the Lord said, um, uh, look, keep looking. Like, is there more land, or is there another? Are we going to build onto this place? Because I think we're already ready to move on.
Yeah, it's so weird that you talk that way. I'm just hoping we can pay our bills in 2026 because we did take a big risk in merging and new responsibility. And I think sometimes people buy a house and they move into it and they're so relieved and they're like, we have to make the mortgage payment. How's that going to work? So for all of you watching, this is actually your church, or if you're just friends of ours. This is our church, but a lot of you have helped significantly over the years. And I just don't want you to think, well, they got their building, they're done, or because it's going to take all of us to make this thing work. And here you are, Donna, talking about whatever the next phase. I had somebody talking to me yesterday about how are we going to build provide a place for tiny homes for people who are in transition and don't have a place to live. And I'm not sure that tiny homes are going to fit on this property somewhere. there, I think there apparently is more coming, but it feels like a wild ride. Um, I think we had the last meeting with the three of us talking about how it feels like we're on a runaway train. you know, it's just God's adventure. And we're just being obedient. And there's always an element of risk. Is God going to come through? And I think we all know he is, but there's part of me at least that is just, wondering if it'll be a spectacular flaming crash at some point, and we shall see.
The end of the year is always a moment for me to reflect on just the gratitude of the faithfulness, not only of God, but of God's people. Um, we couldn't do this without you. We couldn't do this without your serving, your giving, your prayers, and thank you. Thank you for showing up and being faithful and serving and fighting through the hard pieces and being there and being open to change and open to what God's doing in this next season, because we literally couldn't do it without you. We literally couldn't make it happen without the people. And I don't know about you guys, but I wouldn't want to.
Yeah. No, it would be horribly, it would be impossible. And you're right. Even as you say that, I think about David running our tech and spending the afternoon yesterday putting up TVs. Or I think about our Wednesday night crew serving a ton of food and moving tables and setting up and tearing down and providing leadership. And I think about the worship team that practices every week and learning how to merge with each other. I think about children's people who are faithfully back there. I tell you, if we ever go to 2 services, then maybe the children's team can train up people and be able to receive as well as give. Although I know for them, they are receiving in their giving of their time and energy to the kids. Yeah, it's become much bigger than any of us individually. That's for sure.
And let's continue to be a church planting church, one that is involved in the world, in missions.
Should old acquaintance